what do I say? I shot a video explaining why I was going to just delete everything, but then ended up crying. And I always feel like people who record themselves crying are being a bit dramatic, especially if you're literally recording yourself because you're crying. I don't get that. I mean, what's good for you is good for you, but and so I don't comment when they do that. I don't tell them to their faces that I don't understand why you would take a picture of yourself crying and then say, "Look, I'm crying." But it felt like I was doing something similar by not deleting or getting rid of that first video, which was really heartfelt. And this is exactly why I disable comments. I've seen the mean comments. I've seen like people who've got many followers, my fitness people. I've seen them responding to mean spirited, horrible people not even in the comments, but just making videos about them, and I feel hurt on their behalf. So I truly thought that if I disable comments, then I'm saving myself from anything harmful or hurtful. But you can never save yourself because it can come from anywhere. You know, I grew up like that. So here's what happened. This is just the first thing, and it is not the one that made me want to come and delete everything. So I get a message. How are you today? Is something wrong with your face? I'm listening to your YouTube video about your childhood, and your face seems to have two colors. Hope it's okay. And your lip is just fine. I struggled to see it red, looking like a drunkard. I could not. I wonder why your mother said so. Is there something wrong with your face? I don't know if it sounds better in her home language, but it sounds horrible in English. And in isiXhosa, is there something wrong with your face? Okay, so that already was just wrong. And then the next part is, I'm listening to your YouTube video about childhood, and your face seems to have two colors with a emoji like, I don't know, that's embarrassing. I'm not sure what that was meant to mean. Hope it's okay. Wow. I then asked my friend, okay, can you go check if there's something odd? Maybe when I'm editing, it looks different on the screen. So she went and she says, no, that's nothing wrong there. It's just your face. It's who you are. That's what you look like every day. So I tell her, I forwarded the message. That's your natural color. I see no change. And then I said, A went to check. She doesn't see any different to who I am. Hoping that would end it, because that's who I am. I am apparently two-colored face person. And then it didn't end. It continued. Hey. Maybe it's the camera. So I've told you, this is my face. This is who I am. This is who I really am. Sometimes I use filters. Sometimes the lighting is different. Sometimes my green screen is different. I use a cloth one, but it's closer to my children and the noise. This one is in my closet, so I'm very far from noise. Unfortunately, I don't have aesthetically, not pleasing, but the rest of my house doesn't work for recording because there are children sleeping, there are children making noise, or it's there's light coming through weird blinds, or there's light that'll be wrong. So I have to use a green screen most of the time, unless I'm in my room on that black sofa. But I can't record when the children are sleeping because then I'll be too close to their room. So I use a green screen, and then I just change the background, or change the background color. So maybe because I'm using a different material green screen, maybe that's why it stands out more. But this is who I am. So then the question is, maybe it's the camera. But I've told you this is who I am. There's no camera. This is who I am. By then adding, maybe it's the camera. It's saying you have a flaw. Maybe the camera is making you look bad. That's how it comes across. And this is something white people have always said about intent versus impact. Don't think about the intent of your wording. Think about the impact on the hearer. Okay, so I've already told the hearer, in this case, that I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. Oh, right, nothing wrong with my face. And then, oh, okay, maybe first one is maybe it's the camera. Then, oh, I also get it. It might also be the glasses. It causes a variation of color because of protection from the light. And so it continues. I am being analyzed. My flaws, or the things that are wrong with me, are being analyzed, even though I've told you there's nothing wrong with me. Look, let's be serious. What is that meant to do for me? What does it mean to help me with? What am I meant to do? I must go and now get makeup, like my mother told me I must use brown lipstick for my lips. I'm even getting to that one. Am I meant to hide my flaws so that people hear the message and don't focus on the flaws? Because I don't post video to be analyzed, for my face to be analyzed, or my appearance. Though I don't mind positive comments, but I post videos for the message. But if the message is being lost because people are so bothered by my face, that is when I then decided, because of what happened today, that, then there's no point in making any videos, because no one is listening. They are just seeing and being bothered by who I am. So I said, I'm sorry it bothered you that much. And then the answer, just don't want to hear you are sick and in need of another medication. You have enough already. Can't we just say, I'm sorry, I hope I didn't offend you by focusing on that? Or, oh, okay, that's interesting, that's cool. I know we're all different, surprise, surprise. And people have hyperpigmentation on different parts of the skin. Never and ever in any of my 43 years have I ever asked anyone what's wrong with them, even when there literally is something wrong with them, either with the way they're thinking, illogical. Like my teenagers, I don't ever ask them, what's wrong with you? I'll ask them, what were you thinking when you did that? What was going through your mind? What was your plan? Even then, when they really have done something wrong, I don't ever ask what's wrong with you, or what's wrong with your thinking, or what's wrong with your brain. It's telling someone there's something wrong with him. And so that one irritated me. I wasn't yet hurt. I was really irritated and bothered. Yes, I was bothered, because really? Why? That was the thing for me. Why ask me, is there something wrong with me? And then when you hear that there's nothing wrong with me, then just say, okay, cool, sorry for being wrong. That's the thing. It was the wrong assumption. And guys, I've got a blog. It's called Chronically Yours. It's about chronic illness. If there's something wrong with me, I will post or send a link to a video, like I will have to do today for the hand one. So no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. And then today, I'll post the picture that my relative was responding to or reacting to. It was my contact picture, which I've now changed. They send a picture of me and they say, I have lips like yours. I was told that I've got kwashiorkor and my spouse wasn't feeding me properly. Again, what am I meant to get from that? How is that meant to build me? Or how will I improve who I am as a person? How will that help me change my character into becoming a better person? Maybe we all have different, I guess some of us just care about externals, but for me, my hope is for us to become, for the Christians to become more Christ-like. And I don't somehow imagine Christ saying, I've also got horrible lips. Because that's really what it's saying. That, yeah, my lips are also horrible and I also got negative comments. So I just said, yeah, well, I was told that my bottom lip is red and embarrassing and I look like a drunkard and I must wear lipstick. I can't remember how I ended. But then the response was, oh, no, don't worry. It's just me being too finicky. So obviously said, so, oh, I ended with, well, if it stands out so much even today, I think that's when I started crying. That's when it hurt. And that's when I thought, this is nonsense. I'm taking away every photo, I'm taking away every video, because no matter what I do, even when I'm not doing anything, someone has something negative to say about my appearance, something I cannot change, I cannot fix. It's who I am. And it's very hard to feel like you're fearfully and wonderfully made when from childhood until age 43, and like, get over it. When even at age 43, people are telling me there's something wrong with how I look. It is very hard to then not feel like there's something wrong, not want to hide, so that you don't bother people and they don't get upset by your appearance, because obviously they're upset or they're scared, I don't know, they're bothered. But if they feel so bothered that they don't just think, they say it or type it in both cases, then it means it's really a big deal. And let me just save them from being worried or from commenting and save myself, because words are hurtful. It is really hurtful to be told there's something wrong with you. I know, if I go and I slap someone and then you tell me, what's wrong with you? Why were you doing that? That's different. But this is me. This is me. This is how God made me. And even if it wasn't, even if I had some weird illness that I didn't share for whatever reason, that's up to me. I've seen so many people who've got missing fingers. I've never asked what happened to your finger, because we're not that close. And if we were close, then I would know anyway. You know, I guess our natures are different. But everybody who knows me personally knows I've never commented on their appearance except to say something positive. Always. I've seen how it hurts, and I will never ever inflict that same pain on someone else. And it's so easy to say something positive. That's the thing. People's smiles radiate. It's so easy to compliment a smile. When people want to lose weight, and they do, I will tell them, well done. You've lost the weight you wanted to lose. You know, and even then I won't say, wow, you look better now, because I didn't care how they looked before. But they wanted to lose weight, and I'm telling them, you did it. I can't do there's something wrong, there's something worse, I can't. Even when someone is overweight and obese and they're my closest friend, I can't. They have to bring it up first, and then I'll give some tips. And that's when they're going to die. And I still don't, because they know it. I know. I look at myself in the mirror. I know exactly what I look like. I brush my teeth every morning. I have to put on my glasses. I have to do my doek, my headscarf. We call it a doek. Duku. It's an Afrikaans word. So, which we then also used, stole and made ours in Sesotho. But yes, I almost shut this down. And then I thought, no. Then the devil will win. Because honestly, the only person who causes heartache or pain, or the only person who focuses on the externals, the only person who will point out something that you can't change and is not positive, because it's not positive, truly. Even if my lips were red like a drunkard's, it's not positive to point it out. It doesn't change me into any better person. So I said, no, I'm not going to let the devil win. If I can reach just one person, either with my sick updates, my health updates, which I know if I have responded to someone else and felt validated and encouraged or uplifted in knowing I'm not suffering alone, because honestly, I am alone. My friends don't live half of this. My friends don't even have, I don't have a friend who's got even one neurodiverse child. Friend, I mean real friend. Most of them don't even have any children. And I don't have any close friend who homeschools. So I'm really just alone. And my family hates it. that are homeschooled, so they don't support. I don't share with them our successes, our achievements, our struggles, because they don't want me to be homeschooling anyway. So, and I'm sure there are people who are like that. I know, whether for different reasons. There are white people who've been basically kicked out of their families because they adopted black children. They're also alone. If I can make a difference to just one person so that they feel less alone, so that they know that it's not only them, not in that way that was not you're not the only one, so don't feel bad, but so that they know that they're not alone, then I will keep my videos up. And also just to share what South Africa is like. I'm sure there are people who don't live my life, and while I find other people's lives very interesting, and I know just generally people like to know what people's lives are like. I had a blogger, young girl, who just said she started following my blog because she wanted to know how I, in South Africa, she was in America, how I homeschool. That's simple, it's just different things that make us connect. And I like that connection. And so I will not stop. But I definitely will keep my comments off. I've seen already. Yeah. Anyway, that's just that. And it's just the request that we think about the impact of our words and think if they're even necessary. Are they necessary? Will they help the other person feel better, feel good? Will it make their day brighter? And then we talk. That is my request. And I'm saying it because many of us are guilty of it. Believe me, I've heard enough from cashiers asking me, why did I make my hair so thin? Like, because I want to, because I like it. We are so good at asking questions that imply that there's something wrong with us. And it is hard to walk around every day knowing that someone is thinking there's something wrong with you and not seeing your soul, your heart. But that's just the way it is. And so I will not stop. I will continue. And I hope you have a wonderful day, morning, evening, whatever it is, whenever you end up watching this. Yeah, I am not ending this yet.